Red Sox players was introducing his hairdresser, who traveled out with a team and cared for the ball players' hair. That would not, that would have induced both my Uncle Bob and my Uncle John to indulge in some very colorful diamond language, which I have heard. That only goes to say that it was different, not that it was any better than. It was a different athleticism than his play. And this player who has the hairdresser is a marvelous athlete. He's an exceptional hitter. He plays in a different format with money that was unheard of for them. Uncle John, in 1910, won 31 games, had 13 shutouts, which is still a American League record. 9 one-run games, had an run average that was phenomenal. He won 3 World Series games in 5 days. Became more than legendary. He earned $4,000 for that performance. Just recently, we know that a pitcher was hired by the New York Yankees, who probably is going to be paid $10,000 for each pitch. So that represents. You asked about the heritage. The heritage developed in a whole different idiom. Not to say that the present idiom is part of the national pastime, because all you have to do is look at the attendance records. Mm-hmm. The attendance records are outstanding. They fill Fenway Park every time they turn the lights on. It's full. So they're doing something right. The national pastime is flourishing. So it's foolhardy to debase it and say, well, it's not as good as it was. Of course it's as good as it was. It probably is better. The players are better because they come from a wider selection. We have Latin players now, we have Japanese players, we have some European players, Australian players. So now there's not just the United States to choose from, and not just the white guys from the United States. There are appropriate now all races and colors and country origins, and so baseball it's harder now to succeed than it was for my Uncle John and Uncle Bob because of the competition. And there's no question that baseball is better, but it's different.
Of how Uncle John and Uncle Bob might react to modern day players. Uncle John, of course, I'm not sure what his salary was, but I think I've read in the diaries that his cut in the World Series, because he pitched in the 1910 World Series, in the 1911 World Series, in the 1916 World Series, and he pitched and won 5 games and never lost a game. And I think his cut in the World Series never reached $4,000. It was usually between $2,000 and $3,000 as a cut. I think he would really be surprised at the difference in the amount of money. Uncle Bob, of course, was more contemporary, and I did ask Uncle Bob once how he felt, and he said if they can get it, they deserve it. So, but I think they would. I think that they would be surprised at the extent to which the ball players have gone up in their salaries. I mean, the salaries are, you know, when you talk about an extraordinary question, that's an extraordinary salary when people are making millions and millions of dollars a year to play baseball.